Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister Ayman Safidi. Excellencies, Indonesia thank the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for the hospitality and for convening this important meeting. I also convey the apologies of Foreign Minister Sugiono, who was not able to be here today. Indonesia's position is simple, unwavering, and without reservation. We stand behind the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan custodianship over the holy sites of Jerusalem, including Al-Haram al-Sharif, and for an independent state of Palestine in line with international law. Excellencies, Indonesia shares the grave concern around the table that there has been growing numbers of Zionist settlers marching through the gates of holy sites, guarded by soldiers who should have kept the peace. Across the West Bank, the same pattern advances with impunity. More land taken, more settlement built. Indonesia condemns these actions. This cannot be accepted and must not be normalized. Indonesia, the status quo in Jerusalem is not a courtesy we extend to Israel. It is international law that the world has agreed upon and agreed to defend. To break these international law is not politics. It is a breach, and a breach that must demand answers. Excellencies, we have sat in rooms like this before, but the world outside this room today is no longer the same. In Gaza, Syria, Lebanon, and the war in Iran shows the old map, the politics of the region have changed. With a region that has changed this much, we cannot continue to do more of the same. So allow me to convey the following points. First, Israel does not fear our anger. It counts on our division. Unity is one leverage we have never fully spent. So let us spend it together. As stated by the Palestinian minister, we need to build a strategy based on this unity. Second, we must make the occupation answer to the law. The ICJ has ruled the occupation unlawful. We should amplify this ruling in every capital and demand accountability, sanctions on violent settlers, and the network that funds them. Third, we need to turn recognition into a tide. Every nation that recognizes Palestine pulls another brick from the wall of occupation. So let us push beyond the 160 member states. Fourth, we need to defend Al-Aqsa with our own resources, funding the Waqf and strengthening Jordan's custodianship in practice. Fifth, as often stated by President Prabowo Subianto, we must intensify investment in the future of Palestine, Gaza's reconstruction, stronger Palestinian institution, national unity, and steadfast support for UNRWA. Finally, Excellency, let us not fight this alone. The world is bigger than our Ummah. The global South stands with us. And even old friends of Israel now sanction settlers and question its conduct. So Indonesia calls for all of us to build the widest coalition this cause can see, and carry one message: only statehood buys peace. And let everything serve one end: self-determination of the Palestinian people and a state of Palestine standing free among us. Thank you.
Thank you, esteemed Chair, Excellencies. I'll try to be very, very brief. Firstly, allow me to convey the sincere regrets of the Foreign Minister of Malaysia, who is unable to be here. Our profound gratitude to the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan for convening this important ministerial meeting and for its generous and warm hospitality. Malaysia reaffirms that Jerusalem is an integral part of the OPT and strongly rejects any attempt to undermine the Palestinian people's sovereign right over Jerusalem, as well as any unilateral actions aimed at altering its legal, historical, demographic, and religious status. We strongly condemn repeated violations of the Al-Aqsa Mosque, including recently on 23rd July 2026 by more than 4,200 Israeli settlers and far-right extremists, including an Israeli minister. Such provocations, along with harassments on Palestinian worshippers, are downright abhorrent. Malaysia also condemns measures intended to isolate Jerusalem, alter its demographic composition, and sever its connection with the Palestinian surrounding, including the E1 resettlement plan. Malaysia calls on all states to uphold the ICJ's advisory opinion of 19 July 2024, which reaffirms the illegality of Israel's occupation of the OPT, including East Jerusalem. Israel's continued attacks on UNRWA, including its efforts to designate the agency as a terrorist organization, is mischievous and also condemnable. Pressure must be exerted on Israel to ensure its full cooperation with UN agencies, including UNRWA. Excellencies, Malaysia reaffirms its commitment to protect the sanctity of Al-Quds Al-Sharif. We emphasize the importance of preserving the Hashemite custodianship over the Islamic and Christian holy sites in Jerusalem. Malaysia reiterates its unwavering commitment to defending the holy city of Jerusalem, Al-Quds Al-Sharif, and the Palestinian cause. We reaffirm our solidarity with the Palestinian people and our steadfast support for their right to self-determination and the realization of an independent state of Palestine on the lines of the 4th of June 1967, with East Jerusalem as its capital. At this critical juncture, it is imperative that we intensify our action. Israel's impunity must end, and it must be made accountable for its crimes. It is the only way to end the suffering of Palestinians and achieve sustainable and just peace in Palestine and in the region. Thank you.